This is part 14 of my Dawnguard Assassin Archer Let's Play. So all I've done since the last episode is a whole pile of housekeeping. I went back to Fort Dawnguard and spoke to everyone there and got a whole pile of quests. I handed in the quests that I had done already, and I've got some new quests here to do. Okay, so let's start. I had some really bad news. Is to actually do this quest, which I think is the main part, the main quest line of the Dawnguard. I've got to get that Elder Scroll Dragon, and to do that, looks like I'm going to have to do Discerning the Transmundane. I just did a whole series on a race to the Ogma Infinium, so I'm really not looking forward to doing Discerning the Transmundane again. So I'm probably not going to show that. That's sort of like, you know, the latter part, the last 5 parts of that series, if you want to see me doing Discerning the Transmundane, so I'll get to that eventually. I've got Lost Relic, and I've got Ancient Technology here, which is the quest I'm on. Okay, so I also got some new weapons. I've got an enhanced crossbow here, which after doing the first bit of the Ancient Technology, you get this. It's a crossbow, basically a steel crossbow. It has an enchantment on it, ignore 50% armor. So I haven't done anything with this. That's a straight crossbow as you pick it up. It's just 139 damage because of my perks and apparel I'm wearing. I made some more apparel, so I've enchanted these vampire robes. So I'm now all dressed in black and looking all sinister again. And I sold off a whole pile of potions and just stuff like that, just general housekeeping. I've done no quests since the last episode. So let's get into this thing. Actually, one thing I need to do quickly is I'll actually just, this quest here goes into the same place as a side quest from the normal game, and that's locate Grimsever. So I'll actually put that on as well, and I'll get Grimsever while I'm in here. Take that back to Riften to the lady. So I'm going to do this a bit differently. This I've done this particular set of Dwemer ruins probably 3 times, I think, on other characters, so I sort of know what I'm looking into here. There's a guy sitting there, and I'm going to do this a bit different. I'm going to really give the crossbow a big workout here and see how I go with the crossbow and see how it actually does perform. So as I expected, I alerted all those guys inside, so there's 5 enemies come up on the HUD there, and I'm going to do this all a bit differently. I'm going to try and rush through here and use archery in a sort of different way to try and get enemies to come to me rather than me go to them. Let me just check what I've got here. I'll put throw voice on, and what have I got? I just the hotkey that. So let's see if I can get these guys to come to me, all 5 of them, get them to rush me. Put throw voice down there. Come on guys, come to me. Need you guys to come to me. Sounds like I can hear footsteps on the other side. I'll retreat a bit and give myself distance between me and them, and I'll go throw voice again. Yep, that's got them coming. So now hopefully I can get them to come around the corner here, and I'm just going to try and knock them all over as they come to me.
Time to end this. It's so much easier to rob when you're true north.
So this crossbow, even though it's just a stocky, seems to have enough power to do this, so on master I would have thought that 139 damage wouldn't do that well. That wasn't as clean as I hoped it would be. I should have actually swapped back then and got to slow time then. Let's see if there's anyone else around here. No one else here, so what my plan is to actually use archery and actually draw anyone out around and just try and knock them off at range, because from what I remember this area here is quite long sight lines, so you can actually doesn't look like there's anyone else here. Let's go. I want to get this knocked over. This could be the longest video I've ever done, ever posted on YouTube, I think, because you take your time and do this assassin style. It's going to take about 40-45 minutes to get through here, so I want to try and just get this done as quick as I can. And I want to give this crossbow a good workout and see what I can actually do with this crossbow. So what I'm going to do is basically a bit different than I've done before, is I'm actually just going to fire arrows or crossbow bolts ahead of me and see if I can actually sucker any people to come to me instead of me having to go to them. I'll use throw voice again. It seems to be very effective at getting these guys to come to me. Now I'll see if I can put a bolt down there and get that guy to come here, and then I'll get a shot on him from range and he won't even have known I'm here. So there's more around here, is there? Put a shot down there and see if there's anybody. Come on. Come on, you know you want to come around here. Okay, so that's just the basic idea. So I'm basically just clearing an area in front of myself so I can get through here quickly. Well, as quick as you can. I really can't afford to get 2 enemies banked up on me, otherwise they will kill me. The same principle again, get everyone to lead away from me and actually take them out with the crossbow. So that means there should be no one there. Have one last check. No, nothing there. And what I'll do is I'll do this and I'll run back through here and I'll actually clean up after I finish. Is there anyone down there? Yep, there's a couple down here. See if I can get them to come to these crossbow bolts. This is just the basics of archery. You can go through this whole game and just use archery, but you really need to lead your enemies around. And it sort of helps when it's like this, you know. Like I haven't smithed this crossbow is capable of what, 600 odd damage if you smith it completely. More down there. Yeah, there's one down there somewhere. So this crossbow is capable of fully smithing, so using an alchemy potion and enchanted smithing gear of getting to somewhere around the 600 damage mark, but I'm running this at 139 damage. So even on master, this standard crossbow seems to be doing pretty good. Where are we going? Was that locked? I'm not doing any locks. I want to get through here, and then I'll run back through here and clean up anything that's here. I have to look out for any traps here. Oh, there's fighting going on in there. So my theory on this fighting business is actually just let them fight and then clean up afterwards. So this might hold me up for a few seconds. If I can get the door open, and then what do we got? Oh, they are Dwarven Master Sphere. They're actually quite strong. So what I'll do is I'm going to retreat up here to give myself a lot of range between me and them. And I'll put throw voice down in there and see if I can get them to go to that. There's still 3 of them, so I saw 2 Dwarven Spears. Now there's 2 Dwarven Spears left. So they would have killed all the humans in there, all the bandits. If we can get them to go to there, go to there, where I can see you. Come on. You need to cooperate. I'm making a video. So now I should be able to get a shot on that guy. And a shot on that guy. And come on. Come out of there a bit where I can see you better. No, I have to face him. Come to here, come on. Come on, stand still. Perfect. Gets those 2 guys down. I thought they'd be a bigger drama than that actually, but leading them around like that is very effective. Pretty much I'm just, instead of sneaking and peeking corners, I'm actually just firing bolts around to see if I can actually get them to show themselves and then come out from range. A bit of a different technique than you've probably seen me use before. I think something just popped out there and it did. So there's probably a few of these things I'm missing, and this technique does have one flaw in here, is the stuff that pops out won't be drawn out generally by you firing the bow, the bolt or the bow or something in front of you. Can shoot those by thinking it might bring them out. No, obviously not. Yeah, there's one there. Hey, those little spiders won't hurt me much. I'm wearing no armour, so all I've got to do is not let them get within melee range of me. I've got a high magic resistance on this character, so magic resistance should... He's going to stop and look there, so I'll get a shot on him pretty easy. So now they'll know there's nothing in front of there, I can run to the next bit. There's one down there in front of me. So the arrow worked perfect and led him back down the bottom, and you get a shot on him. So this is the quickest way I've worked out with archery and a sneaky character to actually get through an area like this. Holy shit, invisibility. He nearly one-shotted me then. I got a bit ahead of myself then, too much talking, not enough actually thinking. Let's see if we can lead him down there. So they are close to getting a one-shot on me. This guy's going to be a few shots. So I've got, as long as you've got a bit of range between you and them, you can generally get 2 or 3 shots on them before they get to you. Especially if your sneak's high enough and you still keep getting sneak attacks even though they're getting closer to you. Okay. And that was probably the flaw in my plan that I talked about, where they pop out. They don't actually get drawn out by the arrow or the throw voice. How does this puzzle work? That one. And I think you go back round here. That door in here should be open now. Yeah, that door's open. So you flick this one to go back out there. I remember this puzzle on my first character, how confusing it was. So now I should be able to get to that steam activated valve, and that will open the final door. Okay. Steam activated valve, and we're through. So hopefully we're getting reasonably close to the end of this. And we go through here, and we've got the elevator thing. So if this gets too long, I'll actually cut this video here at this point and resume on the other side of this loading screen. So if the video is long and I need to cut it, I'll cut it here. What do we got? Oh, we're going to run into Farmer. So I'll actually run back through here and I'll pick up all this stuff. I wouldn't mind getting some dwarven stuff to actually smelt or mould a few more dwarven ingots. Because I think you do actually come to the point where you get to make dwarven crossbows. And if that's the case, I might actually put a point into the smithing into dwarven. So that guy should come straight down this here to me. So just take your time and shoot him. Just pays to take a real quick note of the route that an enemy has to get to you when you're deciding which one you're going to shoot, how you're going to shoot them. What else have we got here? Ah, there's one right there. Should have enough distance between me and him that I can get a second shot on him. He's going to be a one-shot kill, is he? Or he's going to be a one-shot kill. So is there anything over there? So there's one over there. And what about in front of me? Nothing. What's in there? There's a Charis thing coming. Let's put him down the back again. And see if we can get around here and get a shot on him. Hard to see. There it is. That's that down. Actually, there's a Charis eggs here. I'm going to pick up a few Charis eggs in case I decide not to actually run back through this dungeon and clean up and look for stuff. But I'm sort of at the point now where I'm starting to find Daedric weapons. I'd like to pick up a Daedric bow. I don't really want to put 5 perks into smithing to be able to make one. So I'll quickly pick up these Charis eggs because they're invisibility ingredient. I've actually got quite a lot of nern root, so I'll grab a couple of glowing mushrooms while I'm here and we'll get going again. We're pretty safe to run here because I've cleaned up. There's actually a chest over there and you've got to go right around here and get to it. There's a chest underneath there in the water, and I think there's actually a chest underneath over here. Down under there I think there's a chest. You got to swim to them. I remember because I drowned trying to do it. Look around me. Oh, there's one there. Popped out. So I'll put a shot up the back to try and get him to turn his back on me. Just getting him to turn his back on me gives me a split second longer to load. He's not a one shot and he's not a one shot, so that just gives me that split second longer to load while I wait for him to come to me, and 3 shots and he's down. So that split second actually sometimes can make a big difference. So I think there is from memory stuff over there, so I'll actually put an arrow over here and see what happens. I'll throw voice over there. Doesn't look like there's anything there. There is one, I just saw him hop out. So I'll retreat a little bit, put a bit of distance between me and him, and see if I can get a shot on him. There he is there. I thought he was moving then, I led him a little bit. He was standing still on the spot. So this is pretty effective, this method of firing arrows around to lead people to where you want them to go. And it's probably the easiest way to use archery is to make sure you actually lead your enemies around and keep distance between you and your enemies. So see how long I've got to line up my second shot here as they start to head to you, because once you hit them they will actually turn and sort of head to you. If you fire an arrow and miss them, they'll go to where the arrow lands, and that is extremely effective if you've actually got distance between you and the enemy, so the arrow's landing closer to the enemy than you are to the enemy, so he hears the arrow land and not you fire the arrow. What have we got in here? I can see one, so I actually might put throw voice down there. I'm looking to put throw voice in so I've got a straight line of sight, so they run to the line of sight there, and I've got a straight line of sight onto them. Come on, come down into here. There you go. See what I mean? I've got straight line of sight to them, so when they turn to come to me, they're coming straight at me and it's easier to aim on them. And the throw voice shout is really effective for this. Whether you've got one word, oh no, you actually pick all 3 words up in this at once, so it doesn't really matter. There's one there, put a shot straight on him. And then I'll put throw voice straight down there in case there's other enemies, they'll go to the throw voice. Come on. He must be nearly straight in front of me down there somewhere. There it is. What the hell is that? It's something flying. That's a new enemy, I've never seen that before. So this crossbow is pretty good. I'm quite liking using this crossbow. Where was that other flying thing? There it is there. What is it? Look around the corner before you run around here. Charis Hunter Fledgling. Okay, Charis Hunter Antenna. That must be a new ingredient. I've never seen one of these things before. Is it trapped there? It's been triggered, but it might be like that last trap from a couple episodes ago that actually goes off even though the wire had been tripped. And it didn't. Maybe I jumped over it. I'll grab a couple more Charis eggs here in case I decide not to run through here. And that will give me heaps of Charis eggs to make invisibility potion. Although I don't want to mess around for too long because I want to try and get this done in one episode so that I'm not stuck in a Dwemer ruin for multiple episodes. Nothing there. No, what are we? Ooh, 3 enemies. Can he come through that door? He can come through that door. Okay. Okay. Where am I? Where am I? I'm gonna head back up the hill a bit here. These guys settle down a bit. There's one in there and one right down the back there. What range can I get? Still get a shot on the guy down the back. Let's see if I can get a shot on this guy down the back. If I don't hit him, it's alright, it'll just draw them to where he is. I got the shot away alright, so there's another guy there. Got him, and there's one more in there. I'll see if I can get him to come into my line of sight. He has. No, he's actually coming straight at me. And they're all one shots. I still am I still running this yeah, I'm still running a standard 139 damage crossbow. So it's only my perks in Armsman and probably 2 enchanted items that I'm wearing that are giving me that sort of damage out of this crossbow. So where do we go here? Just mark that way. Oh yeah, you've got to go through that gate there, but you've got to go up the top here and open that gate. Oh, there's actually a guy there. Oh, I hate third person sometimes, it sucks. Okay. Mushroom and a couple of Charis eggs, I'll take them. Wait. Oh, let's go. Run around later and look. So that should open that gate down here. Yeah, it has. Ooh. I thought I jumped too far then. Okay, what do we got here? 1, 2. I'll put throw voice all the way down the back there. Thought that shot was a bit ambitious. Oh, he was a strong one. Was he? A warmonger. What's he got? He's got armor hardened armor. He's been smithing. Right, I think we're just about at the end of this, in this chest. Daedric arrows. Something tells me I'm going to have to run back through this dungeon and check it all out. I'll run back through these Dwemer ruins and check out everything. If I don't, I'm going to always wonder if there was something I really missed. Like I said, I'm sort of at the stage now at, what am I, level 56, so that I should actually pick up some pretty good weapons. I should be on the verge of getting, picking up more Daedric stuff. And I'd really like a Daedric bow to have a play with. Oh, this is the end of the quest here. What we got? Oh, you can go upstairs there. I remember this now. So get round here. And they've both come to life. There's a spear down there, it popped out right in front of me. There's a spear there and that guy there. So coming up here actually gives you terrain is your advantage. So now I can put a couple on this Dwemer sphere. Oh, the Dwemer sphere is down. Now I can get some on this Centurion. And I've got the terrain to my advantage, so he can't physically get to me if I stay up there, but I'll jump down here and I'll put 2 shots on him from behind, and it should finish him off. So that's him down too. So that's probably quest done, I think, because Grimsever's over here. Yeah, it's here. Grimsever's there. And the shield, just a standard shield. Okay, and what is this guy going to have? Sometimes these guys they got Daedric arrows, oil, amethyst. I'll take that large strut and the small strut, because like I said, I want to make some more dwarven ingots. How do we get in there? There must be a switch. There's a switch right there. Doesn't look like a trap. I'll stand around the corner and pop it. No, just open the door. And this looks like quest done. Actually, I'll take that thing too. So that'll give me a heap of dwarven ingots for when I finally get to make a dwarven bloody crossbow. So that's what we come for. I've got a Daedric helmet. Why can't you give me a Daedric bow? Sounded like a spoilt child then. Staff of Frenzy, that's worth money. Staff of Inspiration, that's worth nothing. Elven Gilded Armor. So that's probably it. That's going to be the end of this quest line. I'll leave this here, and I'll probably go back through this dungeon and clean up and have a look around and see what I can find. And I will head back to Port Dawnguard and hand this quest in and see what I get. See what I can make because of that. I think it's crossbow bolts that have fire by the look of that the quest description.